cars. The only thing that can be down there, motorcycles and trikes. Even this year, as you saw in my earlier video, even Slingshots not allowed on Main Street here this year. You guys having a good time? We're having an awesome time. That's what it's all about. Here's a good reminder for that car moments ago. It's bike week. It's not truck week, ladies and gentlemen. It's not truck week. Over in this parking lot, we got some of the T-Rexes and some of the Slingshots hanging out.
Yeah, they're custom vehicles like everything else. People spend as much money on a Slingshot as they do a custom motorcycle. So why not include them in everything else?
Is it a bike or is it a car? Or is it neither? Just wake up the T-Rex. No T-Rexes, no Slingshots this year on Main Street either. What's your name, sir?
Hollywood Evans.
Good to see you, Hollywood Evans.
Good to meet you, man.
All right, now is this your Vanderhall right here?
Yes, sir.
No Vanderhalls on Main Street this year. What do you think about that?
I really don't think it's right. You know, we've been coming here for the last 7, 8 years, possibly 10, but we've had the Vanderhalls the last 5 years. We've always came down Main Street, but this particular second weekend of the bike week here at Daytona, they won't allow us to come down Main Street. I think it's not fair. I don't understand the reason why, but it's not good.
Is it a car or is it a motorcycle? That is the question, guys. It is the popular Polaris Slingshot, and I can tell you this, enthusiasts were met with a rude awakening at Bike Week 2025 when they found out Slingshots are no longer allowed on Main Street when the road is closed to cars. In the eyes of police, this is now a car. Now, technically, it is called an autocycle, but they are tagged as motorcycles in Florida. We're going to try to get to the bottom of this and find out the real story. Police say this is all to promote safety. I think Cycle Drag may have the real reason, but it's not confirmed, and that is we were here at Biketoberfest when one lady reportedly knocked over several motorcycles with a slingshot. I think unfortunately somebody's bike got knocked over here on Main Street. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Bikes make out okay?
Yeah, the slingshot, it came through and hit him.
Oh my gosh, you hear that? The slingshot. Slingshot. Did you see it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be a
All right, there we go. Look at how wide they are, and I think that might have been the final straw or the impetus for a meeting where law enforcement said slingshots are no longer allowed. But there's a lot of enthusiasts that are upset about that. Some saying they should have their own lane, they should still be included. Now, they're still welcome to participate in all the festivities here at Daytona Beach, but what most will tell you is the king, the most fun, the mecca is Main Street. Let's explore this, and I want to know your thoughts down below. Should slingshots be allowed on Main Street at Daytona Bike Week? I do want your thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video. Right now, we're set up at Daytona International Raceway, where a lot of people are taking advantage of free slingshot test drives. Now, let's talk a little bit more about what it is. 3 wheels. It's like a reverse trike. 1 wheel in the back, 2 wheels up front. Does have a lot of similarities, though, with the car. One of the defining features is it has a steering wheel. Now, it's the 10th anniversary of Polaris Slingshot. These range from about $25,000 all the way up to $40,000. Some people are really, really into them and like to customize them. And what we find is it appeals to that same demographic that trikes appeal to. Maybe people that can no longer ride motorcycles, maybe people that are afraid to ride motorcycles, that want a seat belt, that want a little bit of a cockpit. And there are a lot of people who enjoy these. So there has been a lot of talk about the ban on Main Street. Hey Jeremy, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Nice slingshot. Everybody, all the slingshot owners talking about the ban. What are your thoughts about slingshots no longer being allowed on Main Street?
I don't understand the purpose of it. I don't know why they denied it. I don't think they were affecting anybody. I think they're custom vehicles just like motorcycles. I don't know why they wouldn't allow them to have them down there.
Here are the new cones that I was talking about on Main Street. This is new this year. They put them out and you have to be within a certain width. As you can see, this Goldwing where the trailer slid by, but it can be a rather tight fit out there. Do you feel like it's dampening the spirits amongst this community? Is it causing them to maybe go elsewhere, or you still having a good time?
I would say that's possible because, you know, not everyone can drive a motorcycle. So this is like a custom vehicle you can drive and then still be part of the the system down here. So I would say, why would you not want to allow them to have them to come? They would spend money like everybody else.
Are you a former motorcycle rider?
I am a motorcycle rider now still.
So what was it that made you make the switch over to a Slingshot?
I have both, but I drive both. But I do like the Slingshot because my girlfriend rides with me. It's easier to drive. It's not so. There's just a lot of bikes down here. Something different, you know.
My theory, I was here at Biketoberfest. I think there was one lady in a Slingshot knocked over some bikes. From you being down on Main Street, is it too tight for a Slingshot, or do you feel like you had enough clearance?
Plenty of room, no problem. Absolutely. I drove down Main Street. I was here March. I was here last October. I drove down Main Street every time. I parked down there. I went to the restaurants and bars like everybody else.
So you hoping that this is something that's maybe reversed in time? Or?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, because it will deter people away, I'm sure.
Well, you guys be safe and enjoy. Sorry you can't go to Main Street, but you can go everywhere else, so enjoy.
All right. Appreciate it, thank you.
We gotta talk to this man over here. He's a Slingshot owner. How you doing today, sir?
Good, good.
Man, I gotta ask you, no Slingshots on Main Street this year. How do you feel about that?
I don't care. It don't matter.
It's okay, okay, good.
It don't matter to me.
You're taking it in stride.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Did anyone give you any type of explanation?
No.
I have a theory. I was here at Biketoberfest. One lady knocked over like 10 bikes, and I hate to see one person ruin it for everybody. I don't know if that's the exact reason, but
Yeah. It don't make it. It don't make it. I don't care.
good.
It don't bother me none.
What's your name?
I'm old. I'm Eric.
I love it. Where y'all from?
Virginia.
Good to see you guys. All right, guys, we are down here at Daytona Beach Police Department. I stopped in to see if there was a PIO available. Just wanted to get clarification on some of these, especially the rolling with the Slingshot. And they said that one of the motor sergeants is down on Main Street, so I can try to talk to him. I prefer coming to the police station. I can tell you that from my days in media. I don't really like trying to approach police when they're working out in the field, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we can do. Okay, guys, spoke to a few officers off camera down on Main Street. They sent me here to the beach precinct. The sergeant is very, very busy, as to be expected. We're going to still try to catch up with him at some point this week. Got some information, though, that could pertain to the Slingshots, and this is why you got to ask and get things confirmed. Also, the news story in New Orleans could have a lot to do with this, and they're telling me those new barriers up at the beginning of Main Street will actually physically prevent a car from coming through. And they said that is a direct response to what happened in New Orleans earlier this year when people were run over. So great move by Daytona Police. It's police trying to learn from other tragic events. I want to make it clear that Slingshots are still welcome at Daytona Bike Week. Right now, you're taking a look at Daytona International Speedway. They're just not allowed on Main Street, which, unfortunately for them, is arguably the #1 attraction. Will events like this be enough to keep them around? We shall see. And also, is it a car or is it a bike? It's a question that seems to come up in this circle. I want to know your thoughts down below. Let's take a closer look at these Slingshots. Look under the hood. This is powered by a Polaris 2.0, makes about 200 horsepower for the 4-cylinder engine. They do come in standard and automatic, and you can see with the power to weight ratio, enthusiasts really like to have a lot of fun. Gives you somewhat of a motorcycle sensation. They say there's a seat for every backside, and these individuals definitely an important part of this community, but still an important question to debate. Should they be allowed on Main? Okay, as promised, now it's time for my opinion, and I gotta say, I think Daytona PD got it right. I'm sorry, Slingshot owners, I don't want to offend anybody, and let me back up a little bit. When Slingshots first started showing up at drag races, motorcycle drag races, and rallies, they felt a little out of place to me, and then I've accepted them. I think they do belong, especially for the reason I mentioned earlier, that there's a different demographic out there that maybe can't ride anymore, that doesn't want to ride, and I think they're very welcome. It still has that open air feel. It has motorcycle characteristics, so I'm all for it. When it comes to Main Street, though, there's one big problem, and that is the width. The width is, I got to tell you, I rode my Suzuki Hayabusa to Biketoberfest, and I was a little worried about it, just with motorcycle traffic and foot traffic, and especially trikes. And this could open up another debate with trikes, but I don't think they should be allowed on Main Street. Now, before and after bike week, absolutely. On the Speedway, everywhere else, I think they should be welcomed. I like that group down here as part of this, but I think it was a very calculated decision to protect the motorcycles after bikes were getting run over down on Main Street. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys, but I love this. I love them. They're part of the motorcycle family, but are they one of these? Not quite. Also, if you talk about aesthetics, looks, appearance, there's nothing quite like wall-to-wall motorcycles rolling down Main Street at Bike Week, nose to tail, and sometimes a Slingshot rolls down and it does. It feels more like a car to me. So that's my 2 cents. Let's debate it down below in the comments. Do you think Daytona PD will revisit this? We know some Slingshot owners are very, very angry, some taking it in stride, but I think Daytona PD got this one right. Now that opens up the next debate. What about trikes? I do got to admit, some of these trikes are getting massive and big. My opinion is trikes are okay for now, as long as they don't get out of control. If you notice on Main Street, there is a section where you have to be within a certain width to make it down. Otherwise, cops will back you off. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, that's one of the many stories people were talking about right here from Daytona Beach, Florida, 84th Annual Bike Week. Check out all of our coverage because we got a lot of it and we got a lot more coming. Make sure you smash subscribe. From Daytona International Speedway, Cycle Drag rolls on.